is your experience concerning abortion?
Well, Tony, I didn't have what it took to get up off that table. Mm-hmm. I wasn't able to do that. Mm-hmm. I experienced one abortion where I was 11 weeks into the pregnancy. Mm-hmm. I had planned on having the baby, but then was convinced that I shouldn't, mm-hmm. and I couldn't leave. I wanted to. And at that point of being on that table, I said, I'm not sure, could you go get my friend? Please, can I talk to her? And she came in and talked to me, and she just said, you've gone this far. We came all the way here. Mm-hmm. You've got to just finish it through. Mm-hmm. And the nurses said, I felt like an outcast. They made me feel bad. Mm-hmm. And I was scared to death. I was scared to death, and I wanted to get up and leave. And I know in my gut that if I had one word or one person saying to me, Cara, you don't have to do this. There is hope. Mm-hmm. We will help you, or there's hope out there. There's something that will help you. And nobody did. Nobody did. There was nobody there to say, give me a card. Like you said, it was just a card. And those people were praying for you.
Yes.
And they were standing up for what they believed in. Mm-hmm. They were standing up for a baby being killed. Mm-hmm. And they saved one baby. Yes. And I just think about Samuel was one. Mm-hmm. Elijah was one. Mm-hmm. Peter was one. Mm-hmm. And the difference that one life makes.
Mm-hmm. So what happened afterwards? How did you feel? How did it make you feel?
It was horrible. I had to go back into my life where everybody knew I was pregnant, mm-hmm. and I had to lie about it. I said I had a miscarriage, and everybody knew, of course she didn't have a miscarriage. I'm sure we know what happened, but didn't quite say that. Mm-hmm. The father of the baby knew what had happened, but never said anything. It was the shame and the guilt and the self-hatred and I just felt worthless, just worthless. And not only that, but the loss of a mother losing a child. Mm-hmm. That when you give birth at the time of conception, that baby is a child inside of you. And when you have that baby inside of you, there's like nothing else. Only a woman mm-hmm. knows what that feels like. To lose that child and to always, to this day, think, I'm supposed to have more kids. I'm supposed to have more kids. Where's my other children? That was, until I met Christ, I couldn't come out of it. And even after meeting Christ, there was such a process of grieving for that child, mm-hmm. for grieving the loss of that baby, mm-hmm. and accepting that I was forgiven, mm-hmm. that the blood of Jesus forgave me and washed me clean. But it didn't change mm-hmm. that child wasn't sitting beside me. It didn't change it.
What would happen if it was a tape? Do you think it would have changed if something like this would have came out during the time that you were going to get an abortion?
I know that if I had anybody just encourage me mm-hmm. on not getting an abortion, mm-hmm. I would have never got any of them. Mm-hmm. Absolutely not. If I had seen anything that told me the truth mm-hmm. about what was going to happen to me afterwards, now they say it's connected, abortions are connected to all sorts of mental health mm-hmm. issues, mm-hmm. Divorces, I don't know the statistics, but there's just over and over, mm-hmm. You hear it, and it's the shame. And now, mm-hmm. being in the place where I am, where I'm counseling women out on the street mm-hmm. and talking to them, I have a woman say to me, oh, I brought my girlfriend here to have an abortion, but I had one, and right afterwards I started using heroin. Mm-hmm. And it was horrible. Mm-hmm. But I told my girlfriend, but she still has to do it. Mm-hmm. Somewhere the hope has got to come in. The hope of Jesus Christ has got to come in. That there's hope there.
So would you say out of negative that's happened into your life, something positive has happened, what are you doing now? Because of that.
Because of the experiences that I had, I'm able to speak to women exactly where they're at in life. When I talk to a woman about not having that abortion, they say, well, what about this? What about that? So you did have one? Yes, I did. Well, what happened after? This is what happened after. I'm able to speak from experience, and they will listen because they know I've been through it.